Welcome back to my channel. I am going to attempt to make a snowman from this 5-inch piece of basswood. I am following Doug Linker's tutorial on a basic snowman. I've already put in some of the measurements. We went in half here. The bottom half is for the body, the top half is for the face and the hat. And we're going to put the nose in using the corners. So this part right here, we have to keep and protect that for our nose. This part up here will be the bottom of the hat, and the back side is back here, and we want to have that tilt of the hat, so it's going to actually come back to about here, and this will be the bottom of where the head is, and then this will be the body here. So now I'm going to carve out a lot of the wood to make it more rounded. Be back shortly. We're just going around here and we're going to separate the body from the head, and we're going to go pretty deep because we're rounding pieces and again just getting rid of a lot of wood. So we're just going to go around here and continue to separate that body from the head. All right, as you can see, I've dug in the head and the body. We separated that. And now just where the bottom of the hat is right there, so we don't lose what that line is, we're just digging that in a smidge. It'll be a lot more than a smidge when it's all said and done, and now we're going to just take the corners off. We have a lot of wood that we can just take and get rid of all these corners. We're going to do that and just kind of start rounding the wood off because we have plenty of material. Be back shortly. The only thing we're not going to round is right here where the nose is going to be. A little bit, above that, but we have to protect that nose area because we'll be digging in around it to make room for the nose. But everything else, except for that, we're rounding. And as this is my first snowman, I'm not sure how much material to leave, so I don't want to get too carried away, although I'm sure I've got plenty here. This is the back. So I'll get back to you when we are done with this process. All right, now that we've kind of got all those corners off, I have redrawn the line for the hat, and now I'm going to go ahead and dig in, take my knife with my gloves on, of course, and dig in, make a cut line here, and then come up to that. I'm not going to do it without my gloves on, all the way around. And I got to remember that this is going to be a snowman's, snow woman's, snow person's, snowman head. So it's going to be round. So it's going to fit up underneath that hat. And we're going to actually do a little of a hat band up there also. So be back shortly. As I do not carve as fast as Doug Linker, My knife seems to be getting dull. My wood was tearing instead of cutting. So I got my leather strop out and I'm sharpening my blade. I believe I have this technique down now, so this should work very nicely. So all the way around this hat, we just make a nice deep cut, and then we bring our knife in to meet that cut all the way around, keeping in mind that this is going to be a snowman. It's going to have a round head, so we have plenty of material to work with, but we just continue going all the way around to the back, then back up around, and make that line and cut it out and perfect it. I'll show you when I get to the other side. So we've got the hat set in here all the way around. We cut that, and now what we're going to do is about 1/4 inch. We're going to actually do a hat band, so all the way around here as evenly as I can. I'll just pencil in a line, and then I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to, I don't know how even this is. I guess I'll find out once I start cutting. And again, we're just going to do stop cuts once I'm happy with the line. So we just come in here and make a pretty deep cut. Bring our knife to that line, and we're just going to do that all the way around. To make a little hat band. So I will continue going around here and doing that, and meet you back here when I've completed that. I have been calling this the hat band. This is actually the part of the brim. So we get that cut in, and now we're going to put the hat band. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a stop cut. We're just going to take our knife and go along here and make a cut, and then bring it down to that cut, and that will make the place for our hat band. So I will, after I get done with that portion of our program, I'll come back and show you how that's looking. You notice I don't have my other glove on. That could be dangerous. Very dangerous. So I'll tell you a little something about this hat band that I just put in. This is the idea behind the hat band. Looks very nice, except for now the hat looks funky. So of course I'm going to have to trim all that down, and then I'll like the hat band. But right now, not so much. I'm thinking maybe I should swoop it, leave a little bit more here and swoop it down to that. We'll see. I'll show you when I get done. All right, I'm finished with the hat. I think I could probably continue to work on it and whittle it away till there was nothing left. So I'm going to stop before I do that. Next thing we're going to work on is the body. We're going to, this little part right here, which we protected, which is the nose area, we're going to end up putting a stop cut in there and then rolling this up and start working on that a little bit, and then shaping the body. This is still the nose that we're protecting right here, but we can start rounding the top of the head. I'm just going to do a stop cut there. I don't want that to break. So then I can just go up to the, and I want to be careful with that hat too, because I remember what happened to that little farmer I did. Broke his hat. So I don't want to manhandle that too much. So at this point, I am just going to attempt, I'm going to round off his head. Again, as you can see, we're leaving that spot right there will be for the nose. And we're going to do the same thing at the bottom. We're going to round that. So he's got his little round snowman face. So I'll continue on. And again, you see that's where his nose is going to be. Got to dig in there far enough so you know he has a protrusion. So I'm going to go around and do that. And once I get his head rounded, we're going to take parts of his body off to make his chest. We start working on his arms, and we'll do the same thing in the back. So I'll meet you back here when I'm done rounding the head. So I'm not going to put a collar on him. Just gonna make a collar around here. This is his coat. Then after we get his clothes on him, this will go around the back. Up like this. So we're cutting in the clothes here. I can see as you become a better and better whittler, where you would get cleaner cuts. I've already cut along my pattern there, and I don't want to go too far down here on the coat because that'll go right to the bottom of the said, as you become a better and better whittler, I'm sure you'll get cleaner and cleaner first cuts. You cut along this side here. Can you see that? Of course, I got to clean out here and go up here too, but this is the back of the coat, and then I'll have to come around here for the collar. All right, I'm pretty satisfied with the, can you see that? With the coat. So now we're going to do the face, and the face could go horribly wrong, or it could be really fantastic. Be back shortly. So we're just about done here. I'm doing the eyes. I have drawn in these eyes like this, and then we're going to take the knife. We're going to actually, I'm not going to do it without my gloves. We're going to go in here pretty deep around this area right here, and then carve that out for a place for the eyes, and then our eyes will end up being painted in there. So I'll come back in a moment once I got those in. We got the eyes in. Not bad, not bad. And we're going to paint those. And now we have drawn on the smile, and we're going to go in with our knife and we're going to cut that out, and we're going to cut up to it, and we'll have his smile, and we'll be ready to paint. And I will bring you back here when he is painted.